All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. You all could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here to get educated. And so we are so thankful that you're spending this short season with us this morning. I want to introduce myself. I am Christina Gray, an essential oil practitioner, and I am the founder of Rejoicing with Oils. I've been using essential oils for about 8 years now. I'm a homeschooling mom. I was kind of elated last night when I did the class because I normally say I'm a homeschool mom of 3 beautiful girls, but praise God, I'm the homeschooling mom now of 2 beautiful girls because my oldest, I graduated right before we left Kansas. So I'm thrilled about that. I'm an Army, I'm the wife of an Army soldier, and I'm also a military veteran. So let me go ahead and do our formal disclaimer. We are not medical doctors, so we will not be treating anyone or diagnosing anything. The information that we cover is strictly for educational purposes only. So when I teach with a method called the 3 R's method. And that is revelation, restoration, and rejoicing. And so my intention is to teach you about teach you some revelations about essential oils, give you some restoration that can be used with the essential oils to help bring restoration to your body. And obviously, my ultimate goal is to get you all rejoicing about essential oils. So before I get into just a few revelations, I always like to share the story of me and my family. As we're a military family, we moved in the middle of COVID. And when I say the middle of COVID, I literally mean the middle of COVID. COVID hit in March, we were moving in May. And during that time, everybody was hoarding things. And so we moved from Pennsylvania to Texas. And it was a rough move. And I remember when we got to Texas, I was looking for some Clorox to clean my house with because we had a house to move into, but I wanted to clean it before we were able to move in. And there was no Clorox on any shelves of any kind. And I remember reading about essential oils containing cleansing properties. And I kind of dove into, well, what essential oils have cleansing properties. And that's when I fell in love with the lemon. Lemon essential oil is one of the main oils that I use as a cleaner. As a matter of fact, I just moved to Maryland, and when I went to clean my mom's house, she's dealing with dementia right now, and I had my lemon oil, my vinegar, and a little bit of soap and distilled water, and that was all I used to clean her entire kitchen. So hands down, I do not use anything else except for essential oils and natural products when it comes to cleaning my home. So let me open up with Genesis chapter 1, verse 11. And God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, and whose seeds is in itself upon the earth, and it was good. So I'm sure that we can all agree that God created plants, and he created them in their purest of form. So essential oils are actually extracted from plants. You know, it's funny to me, a lot of people don't really know what essential oils are or even where they come from. So this is normally a big eye opener for a lot of people when they learn about essential oils. And so the purpose of the essential oil inside of the plant is to be a protectant to the plant. It safeguards the plant against environmental threats. It supports the health of the plant. And essential oils are typically the survival of the plant. And so it protects the plant from predatory insects, viruses, bacteria. It provides oxygen and nutrition on a cellular level to the plant. And so the human body and the plant body have 3 primary elements in common, and that's carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. And so we have biocompatibility when we use essential oils as the plant does. And so when we use essential oils, we also get some of those self-healing properties, as well as those calming and centering benefits from the essential oils. So one of the things that people always want to know is, are essential oils safe? It's funny that people ask, are essential oils safe? But don't nobody ask about McDonald's being safe. Nobody ask about the medication that they're taking being safe. But they do ask about essential oils being safe. And I'm here to tell you, if you get a good quality essential oil that is pure, with no fillers, no additives in it, like doTERRA, and you use it correctly, yes, it is safe for all ages, okay? So just 1 drop of peppermint essential oil, doTERRA peppermint essential oil, is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. And essential oils are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. Not to take anything away from herbs, because I think that herbs and essential oils work perfectly together. But sometimes, and when you realize how many herbs you're actually using to create one drop of essential oil, that's a lot. And so I am down with using essential oils in my teas when I'm cooking with them, because I know that I'm going to feel the benefits a lot faster. Okay. Now, normally we have a question time. And so I'm always curious to know, what revelations did you all hear about that you didn't know was possible? If you could put some of those in the comments, I would love to hear them later on. All right. Now, here's another question that most people want to know is, do they work? And I'm here to tell you that they not only work, but they are more effective than many modern approaches to common medicine, or should I say modern approaches to medicine. So again, if you're using a pure, unadulterated essential oil and you're using them properly and regularly, that's the key. Properly and regularly. Many times we want to use 1 drop of essential oil and miraculously we want to feel better. And we don't take into consideration all the damage we've already done to our bodies. You know, I had a pastor one time who did a visual demonstration, and the visual demonstration was a glass of water and he had candy. And so the candy represented the sin in our body. And so what he did is he filled up the jar with sin, which is the candy. And then he started pouring water over it, and the water was Jesus. And so what ended up happening was that as he poured the water into the candy glass, the candy kind of rose up to the top and then it overflowed out the sides. And so when you start using essential oils, I want you to kind of look at it that way. The more that you use the essential oils, and the more you start to change your diet, and the more you start to change your regimen and the things that you're doing, the better you're going to feel. So it's never a one and done. Using essential oils is a lifestyle. It's an essential oil journey. So when you're using them for your health, you're going to want to use them more than once. So are they effective? Absolutely, they're effective. All right. When we use essential oils in our body, they have the exact same function as they do in the plant, which is to protect. So essential oils are good preventative care for our bodies. Now, we have threats to our cells, and those threats are bacteria and viruses. And so when we have a bacterial infection and we go see the doctor, most of the time they're going to say, let me put you on an antibiotic. Now, not to take anything away from antibiotics because they're wonderful when needed, but I think there's an abuse when it comes to using antibiotics. And the problem is that they kill all of the bacteria, not just the bad bacteria. God has good bacteria within our body for a reason, and we need that good bacteria, all right? So when we take an antibiotic, we also deal with some of those unwanted side effects. And so that's diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, rash, even a yeast infection, and dizziness. And in many cases, instead of having to get on an antibiotic, we could have taken an essential oil like oregano, abode, tea tree oil, or cilantro. to help get rid of that bacterial infection. Now, our body is made up of cells, and those are just a few of the threats that come against our cells. Another threat that comes against our cells is viruses. And so what viruses like to do is they like to get inside of our cells and start replicating themselves. And so each cell has a cell membrane that is a protective covering over our cells. And so when you go to see the doctor, when you have a infection, normally what the doctor will say is, hey, go home, get plenty of rest, and let it run its course. And so the reason that the doctor says let it run its course is because what the doctor has to offer you is normally a water-based synthetic drug. And so that cell membrane, that protective layer over our cells is oil-based. And so the water-based synthetic drug that doctor has to offer you cannot penetrate through that cell to prevent the replication of the virus from happening. But essential oils can. They are able to penetrate that cell membrane, get inside of our cells, and prevent that virus from replicating itself. All right, let me see, where am I at now? My notes. So if you do have a virus, some oils that you can use would be Melissa, thyme, black pepper, yarrow palm. One of my favorites, oregano. I'm a big oregano fan. Anytime I get a little tickle in your throat, you're not feeling well, you've been around a lot of people, oregano, just one drop. And sometimes you don't even need one drop. Just do a toothpick inside of your the orifice of your essential oil and add it to some chicken broth. I tell you, that is like the most soothing type of medicine that you can possibly have. Better than Theraflu, okay? Now, here's the other question that a lot of people want to know is why essential oils are so expensive. They're expensive because it's unadulterated. It's a good quality essential oil. And like I said, just one drop of peppermint oil is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. If you truly knew how much of the plant it takes to produce just one drop of essential oils, you would not be complaining about the price because you know that what you're getting is valuable. And so I like to share the story of, I have three girls, and whenever they get sick, all three of them have a diffuser in their room. The oil that they like to use the most is Breathe. Breathe is the respiratory blend. I'm asthmatic. I also use Breathe just about every single night in my diffuser. Breathe is $29. And in the 15 milliliter bottle that it comes in, there's 250 drops in that bottle. And so between the three of my girls, I normally put 3 to 5 drops in each diffuser. And so that's like $1.05 worth of essential oils. You can't even get cough medicine or Tylenol at $1.05. And that's only what, 15 drops that I've used out of the 250 drops. So essential oils are truly more affordable. You can add the gas that you have to go see the doctor. You can add in the time off of work that you would have to take in order without pay, or maybe you still get paid to go see your doctor. And you can even add in your copay. For me, at a season, there was a babysitter I had to add into. But it's so much easier just to be in your home, have your medicine available, your essential oils available so that you can go ahead and use them right away. So my opinion is essential oils are very, very affordable. Okay. Now, normally I would go ahead and introduce Dina, but Dina's not with us today. So I'm going to have to go ahead and tell you all my why doTERRA. So doTERRA is a phenomenal essential oil company. But the main thing that I love about doTERRA is that they are very transparent. And I love that they are a company that helps other people, okay? So they are the largest essential oil company in the world. Not only are they the largest in the world, but they're debt free. okay? And it's a privately owned company, and they have very high retention rates, all right? doTERRA essential oils are actually used in hospitals. One of our uplines, Tonya McBride, is actually responsible for getting essential oils, an essential oil study at Vanderbilt Hospital. Let me tell you, my husband had surgery last year, and one of the medications that they put him on, he had nausea really, really bad. And they gave him this little tiny, like, what do they call it? Therapeutic something. And it was this little tiny peppermint thing. And he took one whiff and he was like, where the oil's at? Because you could barely smell the peppermint in whatever it was that they had. So I share that with you to let you know that hospitals are coming around, but they're not really understanding when it comes to the purity of the essential oil. doTERRA has a very good quality, pure essential oil. And so doTERRA has named their essential oil certified pure tested grade. And a lot of times people do not understand that there are no mandates on essential oils. And so what that means is a lot of times when you're out and you're in Target or Walmart or even TJ Maxx and you're looking at these oils and you're like, oh, this is therapeutic grade. And you open up the oil and you smell it, you can't smell anything because there's toxins, there's fillers in it. And a lot of times it's just not what the label says that it is. Now, there are two tests that you are supposed to have on your essential oils. doTERRA does, I want to say, over 60 tests on their essential oils to make sure that they're certified pure tested grade, and they are testing every single drop that goes into those bottles. And so what they do is they make sure that when you first open up that bottle, the efficacy of that first drop to the very last drop stay intact. doTERRA also offers co-impact sourcing. And so what that means is that most of the time they are sourcing these plants from their home areas. And so we've lived in South Korea for 3 years. And I tell you what, South Korea has some really good food. We've been in the States and I have not found the best South Korean food here. I know that some of you have probably traveled to Hawaii or some other places and you've had fruit from those places. It's different when you come back to another place and that fruit is not available. So what doTERRA does is they make sure that where they are sourcing these oils from is where they can grow the best, okay? One of the things that doTERRA does is they love giving back to the places where they're sourcing these oils from. I love to share the story about one of their farmers lost their daughter because the nearest hospital was a 24-hour two-day trip away. And the baby unfortunately died. And when doTERRA found out about it, they went to that area and they built a hospital in that area so that doesn't happen again. Another story I like to share is in Haiti, when they had the hurricane a couple of years back. I don't know how many farmers lost their houses, but as soon as doTERRA was able to get in and help them rebuild their houses, they absolutely did. So doTERRA pays their farmers very well and they take care of them very, very well. All right, so I'm going to introduce to you now the lovely Octavia. Octavia is going to talk about 3 methods that we can use to bring restoration to our bodies using essential oils. Octavia?
Thank you, Christina. Hello, everyone. Good morning this Saturday morning. As Christina said, I am essential oil educator. And a little bit about myself is that as a caregiver, I understand the need to know what to put in your body and what not to put in your body. And so having care for my family, um, essential oils, I knew was a way that I wanted to serve them and live. And so I'm going to share with you the 3 methods to use essential oils to bring restoration to your body. And so those 3 basic ways are aromatically, topically, and internally. And so um, to use an essential oil aromatically just simply means to open the bottle. Just open the bottle and breathe in. That's what we call aromatherapy. It's the use of the plants, allowing the molecules to attach to the body receptors in your nose that leads to the olfactor that sends that message to your brain that lets you know that you are smelling, say, that peppermint. Aromatically also means to cleanse the air, the environment around you. And you can easily do that by using a diffuser. Now, there are a lot of different diffusers on the market. Ultrasonic or a humidifying diffusers are the diffusers that use water. You actually drop the oil into the diffuser, and the water allows the essential oil to go into the air. And so, those are 2 basic ways to use essential oils aromatically. Now, another way, because you are using essential oil aromatically from the bottle, a more efficient way is to actually put a drop of oil in the palm of your hand. Now, we call this the tent effect. You put the oil into the palm of your hand, rub your palms together, avoiding your fingers, and then place your fingers over your nose and your thumbs under your chin and just breathe in. Okay, so topically, topically, um, essential oils can affect a specific area of the body. And what this means is that you are actually applying the oil to your skin, a specific part of the body. Essential oils are readily absorbed into the skin. It penetrates the skin and goes into the blood system. The first thing I would suggest when using essential oils topically is to make sure that you test that oil on your skin. Everyone's sensitivity to oils can be different. And because of that, you want to test that oil. I usually test that oil in the center of my elbow and allow it, say, 12 hours or so to make sure that I'm not sensitive to that oil. And doing so, fractionated coconut oil, which we are showing you here, is a way to dilute that oil to prevent sensitivity. You can dilute that oil to make it safe for babies, children, and even seniors. And that is something that the coconut oil does help you do. It helps to also penetrate um, the skin and allows less evaporation of the oil as you are applying it. Now, fractionated coconut oil is coconut oil where the fat has been removed. And in doing so, this allows that fractionated coconut oil to stay liquefied. Okay, so now let's talk about internally. Yes, doTERRA oils are certified pure, tested grade essential oils, meaning that they are um, able to be taken internally. There's no synthetic fillers or any contaminants in the oil. And so to use the oil internally, you could simply add drops of the oil into a glass of water. And I'm saying a glass of water because, as Christina mentioned, essential oils are very potent. You need to use a glass or a steel container because styrofoam or a wax cup the oil is too potent to remain in that kind of container. And so another way is to also use the oils in a vegetable cap. And you would just place your drops in and take it like you would take any other supplement. Or even easier, just apply the drop of oil under your tongue. And so, next slide, Christina, please. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about how to use essential oils. And we call these the bonus ways to actually anoint yourself, anoint your head with the oils, right? Frankincense is one of the oils that we do utilize for that. Also, you can apply essential oils in your navel. Your navel is an, a delicate place because that was the umbilical cord, but that is still an absolutely great place to place your oils. Also, too, you'll see that we are showing that there are different places on the spine to topically place your oils, right? From your head, your shoulder, the spine, and even to your knees. Okay, so some important tools. As I mentioned, um, glass is a definite tool that you need when you are using essential oils, as well as a veggie cap and the coconut oil. But what I didn't mention to you was also using oils internally. doTERRA specifies which oils you can use internally by applying a label that shares the supplemental facts. It also gives you the milligrams and the amount of dosage on those labels. But now to the left of you, we're showing you another tool. There are different places on the bottom of your foot that we are displaying here where you can actually topically apply your essential oil to affect that organ that normally you cannot reach. And so if I could share a little bit here, the kidney, this is where you would place an oil if you're looking to service your kidney. Also lower here, your bladder, as well as other areas where, if you look to the top right, your shoulder. So the foot is connected to all the organs of the body that you can use the essential oils to service them. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about essential oil safety. I mentioned a little bit by talking about making sure that the oil is in a glass or stainless steel cup. However, I also want to mention that essential oils used safely by placing, say, a drop in your hand, that you want to make sure that you don't get it in your eyes. Essential oils will gravitate to warm areas of your body. And so the eyes is one you need to be careful of. You do not use essential oils on the inside of your ears, right? You always just place the oils around and behind the ear. What I would like to share with you about essential oils, if you should get it in your eye, is that water and oil do not mix. And so you would need an oil in order to remove the oil out of the eye. And that would be the fractionated coconut oil. That would absolutely take the oil right out of your eye. Just continue to blink, and that oil will come right out of your eye. And so the other thing that I did not mention was citrus oils. Citrus oils, as our lemon, our orange, our grapefruit, are citrus oils, and they can be photosensitive. By that, I mean Applying them to the skin and going out into the sun can cause sensitivity from the UA rays. And so, because of that, we always share that you should not be wearing citrus oils in the sun unless you have your body covered. No direct sunlight. And wild orange is also one of those oils. Wild orange has antibacterial properties. It's an antidepressant, it's anti-inflammatory, but also you'll see that you can uh, take wild orange aromatically, topically, and internally. And the benefits are that it's energizing and it's an uplifting to your mood. There are some other ideas we would like to share with you that you could use wild orange. For instance, you could use it as an all purpose spray cleaner in your home. It also is good tasting. It gives you a burst of flavor when you add it to your water, as well as when you dilute it, it will give you a hint of that citrus aroma in your home. It's good for furniture polish, as well as it is good when you add 1 or 2 drops for your immune system. Thank you, Christina.
Thank you, Octavia. Now I have the pleasure of introducing to you the beautiful Lashana. Lashana is going to talk to us about some solutions to some of our common health challenges. Lashana.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Now that you've learned a little bit about the ways that you can use the essential oils, let's put it to use. I would like for each of you who is a guest and don't mind doing so to place a health challenge or a health goal in the chat and let's talk about it. Let's talk about some of these oils and how we can use them to support us in reaching our health goals and support us in attacking some of our health challenges. While you are doing that, I want to talk to you about a few oils in particular. I'm going to start with lavender. Lavender is an all natural antihistamine. As I like to call it, a all natural Benadryl, if you will. It is calming. It helps with sleep issues. It helps you to overcome anger and irritability and anxiety and stress. And it can also help to support lowering your blood pressure. Lavender is also regenerating. It is soothing. It soothes skin irritations, burns, and this time of year, sunburns especially. It also soothes scars and helps to heal cuts and wounds. It is healing, helping to relieve earaches, labor pains. It's also a pain reliever, helping with headaches and migraines and nerve pain and muscle tension. Next, I'll talk to you about lemon. Lemon is a detoxifier. Lemon is also a mucolyptic, meaning that it loosens mucus. Lemon is uplifting. It helps with feelings of depression, low energy, congestion. It is refreshing. It cuts grease and oil, and it is a great household cleaner. You know how when you go to the hibachi grills and you after they're playing with your food and everything, you see them clean that griddle with they spray something on it and it wipes that griddle clean instantly. And that is lemon juice. So they are using the lemon juice to clean and to degrease that griddle. Next, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about peppermint oil. Peppermint oil is an expectorant, helps to suppress coughs. and bring up mucus and stuff in your body. It is also a stimulant and a cooler. So it is a driving oil. It can be used to help recover from brain fog, memory issues, autism, seizures, and concussions. It is also invigorating. It can be used to help recover from nerve damage, sciatica pain, and paralysis. Uh, Also, poor circulation, muscle stiffness, and loss of sense of smell. Peppermint, as we know, is also a cooling oil. It can help to relieve fevers and hot flashes. And I'm going to tell you from experience, if you experience a hot flash, ladies who are there, you take a drop of peppermint on your finger and place it on the back of your neck, and it will cool you very quickly as well. It also soothes sunburns and burns and heat stroke. Um, Peppermint can also help to aid in digestion and heartburn. It is also a pain reliever and can be used to help open your airways. As you see on your screen, we have listed our top 10 oils. And these oils can be used to help support you in reaching your health goals. They can help you in addressing your health challenges, and they can be used to revamp your medicine cabinet. So these oils here can be used to replace things like NyQuil, Neosporin, antibiotics, as previously mentioned, Theraflu, Tums, to name a few. I do not see any health goals or health challenges in the chat. And so I will talk to you a little bit about our allergy balm, which is the 3 oils that I mentioned. You can take 2 drops each of each oil and put it into a veggie cap, and it will become doTERRA's seasonal blend Try Ease. As a do-it-yourself way of making your allergy blend to help you in this time, in this season, to get over your allergies. If there are no questions, that is all I have for you, and I thank you for your time.
Thank you, LaShawna. So as my mentor Audrey would say, let's break it down. There's 3 ways for you to purchase, okay? Now, just because there's 3 ways don't mean that all 3 ways are the wisest way, okay? The first one that we have is retail. And I do not recommend retail for one main reason. If you're just looking for a one-time transaction, then just go ahead and purchase retail. But really, using essential oils should not be a one-time transaction, because there's so much information that you need to learn about the essential oils. From our class today, we really just touched the cusp of using essential oils. And so we do not recommend retail because you're going to pay more and you're only going to see us for a one-time transaction. Now, wholesale is a better way for you to purchase, and it's a better way for you to purchase because you actually get an essential oil wellness advocate, or as I call my ladies, essential oil educator. And they are going to be there to help you on your essential oil journey. You also get 25% below the retail cost when you purchase your oils at wholesale cost. Now, typically, you would have to pay a membership fee, but when you actually use one of your wellness advocates or your essential oil educators link, you are able to get that $35 membership fee completely waived, and therefore you're only paying for exactly what you're getting. Now, one of the best ways for you to purchase your essential oils is below wholesale cost. And what that is when you actually decide to purchase a kit. There are just a few kits that I'm going to talk about. So when you purchase a kit, you not only save that $35 fee, but you're also getting the best for your buck, okay? Now, I like to talk about the Aroma Essentials collection. I taught a class last night and I was sharing with them, what a blessing it is for me to go into the grocery store and there's like 4 aisles that I get to completely skip because all of my essential oils cover that. And that's the cleaning aisle, the candle aisle, the hair and shampoo aisle that I don't have to go into. And so the Aroma Essentials collection kit is set up to be a replacement for all of those Glade plugins that you have. Those are actually endocrine disruptors if you were not aware of that. And to replace your candles and to replace Febreze and all of those sprays and stuff that you have in your house that are toxic to your system, and especially those people who are asthmatic like myself. So you can actually purchase the Aroma Essentials collection kit and you could get your diffuser to get you started. Another kit I'm going to talk about is the Home Essentials kit. Now, this is hands down the best kit for you to start with. And the reason it's the best kit for you to start with is because it has all of the top 10 oils that LaShawna discussed earlier. And these bottles are actually the 15 milliliter bottles that contain the 250 drops that I talked to you about earlier. And so these are just a couple of the kits that you can purchase. Now, some of our promotions that I would love to share with you all is the Sunny Citrus. So when you order your essential oils and you're on the Loyalty Rewards program and you purchase 125 personal volume, you are going to get Sunny Citrus as long as you place that order before July the 15th. We also have Deep Blue. Deep Blue is available for the month of July at 10% off. Now, Rose Hydrosol and Moringa Rose oil. Let me tell you, when this came out, I was fascinated with the hydrosol spray. And so if you're dealing with dry skin, even during the summertime, this hydrosol is like a refresher for your skin. I love it. I love how it smells. But let me tell you, this Moringa Rose oil, everybody has that glowing skin now. As soon as you put that Moringa Rose oil on your skin, let me tell you, it's going to glow like nobody's business, okay? And they smell great and it makes your skin look phenomenal. So this is available for a limited time. So if you've been teetering on getting this one, go ahead and get it. Now you can actually get the kit with the hydrosol and the oil, or you can just get the rose hydrosol or the oil individually. All right, so Sunny Citrus, here's a garbage disposal recipe that you can take a screenshot of and use. But let me tell you what I did. I actually put my Sunny Citrus in my little motion activated diffuser, and I put it in my bathroom, and I love the smell that it has in my bathroom anytime somebody comes in there. And then we have Deep Blue. So I'm going to call out my girl LaShawna because she pretty much doused herself in Deep Blue this morning. My poor sweetheart. She fell last night and she hurt her whole right side. And she said, I immediately reached for my Deep Blue. So Deep Blue is one of those essential oils to help with any muscle tension that you may have. You can use it as a post-workout. You can also use it to help you sleep better at night. And so any type of stiffness that you have that's going on in your body, or as my dad would say, discomfort that you may be in, Deep Blue is the oil that you're going to want to use. And you can remember that Deep Blue is available this month, the entire month of July, for 10% off. Now, this eye mask, this Yarrow Palm Revitalizing Eye Mask is like one of my favorite new products from doTERRA. I love it. And one of the reasons I love this mask so much is when you read the instructions on how to use this mask, it actually tells you to relax. Relax for 20 minutes. And let me tell you, as a mom, as a wife, how many times do I get to actually relax and do something for myself? And if you know anything about the Yarrow Palm, that's Yarrow essential oil and then the pomegranate seed oil combined together. that's a beautiful combination. The pomegranate seed oil is a natural, it helps with elasticity for the skin. And so whenever you use the yarrow palm, that also makes your skin glow. But to take care of those lines that we're getting underneath our eyes as we age, let me tell you, the revitalizing eye mask, it's really, really a spa treatment at home that, I mean, I've had facials done a few times and I think they're useless when it comes to using some of doTERRA's products because my face feels so much better after I've used these products than when I've actually went and gotten a facial. Yarrow Palm is actually one of my favorite oils to put on my skin. It has this beautiful blue texture, and it does leave the same glow as the Moringa rose oil that I talked about earlier. So if you didn't get this, it's still available. You might want to go ahead and get this in your cart and get it ordered this month before it's no longer available. So we still have the choose your gift. And I'm so glad that doTERRA is doing this because when you choose, I mean, when you purchase 150 personal volume of products, whether it's a kit or you customize your own kit, you get to choose from a pebble diffuser, the foaming hand wash concentrate, or the dispenser bottle, or the toothpaste. A lot of times people didn't even know we have toothpaste, but this toothpaste is phenomenal. If you've been using Sensodyne, you need to go ahead and let that go and go ahead and get you some natural toothpaste from doTERRA because you will not have that sensitivity and you won't need to use the Sensodyne anymore. All right. So, what is an essential oil educator and what is a wellness advocate? They are your guide when it comes to some of the educational things that are offered through doTERRA. We have several different learning platforms that we can direct you to. And we also have a lot of materials that we're able to give to you on a regular basis. Now, if you have not, go ahead and take a picture of the QR code down here in the corner and register for our summer education series. Our next class that we're going to have will be July the 18th. And these are classes that are offered throughout the summer. And then we do seasonal classes throughout the rest of the year. And those classes will be every single week. And I tell my clients, even if you can't make the class, go ahead and register because when you register for the class and you're unable to make it, they will send you a recording of the class. And they have so many different classes that they have, gardening and essential oils. Like that one blew me away because I didn't even know essential, which makes sense, you know, after the thought, but I didn't even know the two went together, but they do. All right, guys. So there's a few things I want to share with you. I think most of you pretty much know my story of why I use essential oils, why I started my business with essential oils, but I'm a proud homeschooling mom. And my daughter has ADHD and Tourette's syndrome. And all praise and glory be to God that she's not on any medication. We've taken care of everything with essential oils and doTERRA products. And she's graduated from high school. And that was a task that I really didn't foresee happening the way that it happened. So I'm grateful for that. If you want to know more about my story, you can reach out to me offline and we can talk about it. So in the meantime, we've given you some revelations about essential oils, some restorations that you can use to bring restoration to your body. And we've given you some really noteworthy things that you can rejoice about. And so my question to you is that now that you have gained this knowledge, what are you going to do with it? So what you may not have realized is that what we've done is that we have actually placed your health back into your hands. And so for anyone who places a 200 PV order today, you will be offered a free scan. You'll need to get with the person that invited you to this call. Let them know that you are interested in that free scan, but you need to purchase 200 PV in order to get it. And so if we do not have any questions, let me look in the chat really quick. Okay, no, thank you, Veronica, for commenting today. Let me go ahead and close this out. Then we are done. Normally we have a oil that we give away for somebody that's new and they've participated, but we haven't had a lot of participation. So we're going to forego that today. And if you have any questions, feel free to unmute your microphone and we will do our best to answer your questions. Let me see, is that another question? Okay, no. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for spending time with us today, this morning. We appreciate it. We hope that you have a blessed rest of your day. And as I end all of my classes, until next time, I'll be rejoicing with the oils. Bye now.
Great class today.
Yes, great class. Enjoy your day.
Thank you.